Let's watch a little follow-up to the Project Veritas deal.
Ooh.
Remember on Wednesday, we talked about Project Veritas organizing, I think, Grindr dates?
I think it was Grindr dates.
Oh, no, one of them was Tinder, because it was a guy and a girl on one, and then it was a couple of dudes on the other.
Okay.
So there was a Tinder date and a Grindr date, and they hooked up with these people and went out for drinks, and the Project Veritas undercover people were basically like just pretending to be really interested in what this person did for a living. And these narcissistic Twitter employees, boy, once they started going, they couldn't stop giving up all the goods on Twitter. Oh, we don't give a fuck about free speech. It's totally communist. People can take a couple months off for mental health. Basically, the worst parts of what you thought was going on in Twitter.
Made real.
It made real. So then there was this guy, Alex Martinez, who was the star of the whole thing. He was the Twitter executive who was like, yeah, we sent out emails. And those emails said that, hey, Project Veritas is trying to catch us saying stupid shit. So don't accept date requests on Grindr, Bumble, Tinder, blah, 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 this and that. And he was telling the guy that he did this to about how he's too smart for this shit, and Twitter warned him about it.
Great.
He's like, they would hook up with us like we're doing right now. I feel like we should watch the Alex Martinez thing first.
I think we should watch it first.
And then watch this video
just
because
so people are caught up.
Alex Martinez is one of my favorite guys now. Alex Martinez. This is the one we're going to watch.
Project Veritas in a nutshell, quickly.
Project Veritas is an organization that finds these really far lefty companies and places like the CNN, Planned Parenthood, stuff like that. And they basically infiltrate these places one way or the other. And they get information out of them.
Yep.
And it's not by like abducting them and putting truth serum in them. They just let them talk.
They're just hooking up with them and letting them be.
That's it. So this is Alex Martinez. And this guy lets it all out there. This guy's just too good.
It's pretty great.
Right now we don't make profit, so it's going to say ideology, which is what's led us to not being profitable.
The rest of us who have been here believe in something that's good for the planet and not just to give people free speech.
Right. Fuck those people.
Fuck free speech.
We need to tell you guys what's good for the planet, and then we're going to do that. Fuck your ability to express yourself about it, you pleb.
So nasty.
I don't... Like, if a guy like this is going to exist, he's got to be really smart, really rich, and really evil. I don't like that just some dipshit gets to be this guy.
I don't like that either. I do want you to kind of be an evil genius.
I don't want to
know about it.
I want Lex Luthor. I want Walter White. I want Gus Fring. I don't want fuckhead in a cubicle or in an office at Twitter being like, we're doing something good for the planet. We're not just trying to give you free speech. That's bullshit. It's like, dude, you should have a monocle. You should have a cigar. You should own a shark. Like,
a shark.
Yeah, you should have all of this shit. You shouldn't just be some dipshit in a long sleeve shirt. That's annoying.
These are the policies we put in place for misinformation or mislabeling media. Yeah. It's going to be hard for him to be like,
Elon,
oh, because people should make their own decision. It's like,
you don't get to do that voice for people making their own decision.
Yeah, that's your voice, dude.
Yeah, the voice you should be doing is like, oh, people's free speech isn't as important as doing something cool for the planet. That's the voice you get for that, not like, oh, people should be able to make their own decisions. Like, that's not how any of this works.
Oh, this guy's backwards.
No, but people
in the eyes of the Lord, he sure is.
Are you saying he needs Jesus?
I'm saying that Jesus doesn't feel like he needs him.
Okay.
Sorry.
don't know how to make a rational decision if you don't put out correct things that are supposed to be out in the public.
People don't know how to make rational decisions unless we give them the information we want them to have to make the rational decisions.
Very nice. I like how he holds our hand through everything.
That's very sweet of you, sir. I appreciate it. He's tried to, when he was holding my hand through it, he tried to squeeze my ass. What a fucking guy.
He's kind of hot, right?
He's kind of a dick.
He has Asperger's.
Yeah, I know that.
So he's special. You're special needs. You're literally special needs.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Hey, He wants to create a really good Earth, you know, so he bullies people with Asperger's.
Yeah,
That's
I was going to
good.
say, let's go bully somebody with a form of autism. You don't look the greatest right now, bud.
Hey, by the way, that special needs guy you're talking about is worth he's worth 200 some billion dollars.
Yeah, I think he can buy you, no offense.
It's depressing for me to think about Elon Musk having Asperger's because I'm like, what the fuck is my excuse?
So I can't even take what you're saying seriously.
Right, Smurd.
He literally just made fun of some guy with Asperger's.
He did that. Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, let me tell the world what's good for them while I make fun of a guy with Asperger's.
Yeah, he's just a terrible piece of shit. So here's where he shows this guy the email of the thing he fell for, not knowing he's currently falling for it. This is the best part of this Project Veritas thing.
Amateurs are freaking out because of what he's like tweeting about, like being like, I want free speech, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
You don't get to yada 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 free speech.
Something that bothers me about people like this is
Here's yada. Ready for a yada yada yada? Right?
yeah.
Oh man, I like crab dip with a Triscuit cracker and maybe some ham spread, yada yada yada. You don't get to go like, the First Amendment of the Constitution, yada yada yada.
What I don't get about this person here and people like him though is like, don't you want free speech too? That always bothers me.
No.
Why do you hate this nice thing?
In his mind, like under his idea, he does have free speech.
He has it, but he has to decide
right
what should be allowed as free speech.
Does that help?
My head hurts a little bit.
No, he gets free speech. Well, he doesn't get free speech, but it's kind of like having an atrophied muscle. He can't use his left arm.
Okay.
So what does he care if anyone else can?
I guess.
You know what I mean?
Make everything worse instead of making everyone better.
He doesn't think the kind of shit that other people think about. So if he doesn't think those thoughts and he has no use for them, why should anybody else get to express them?
That's true. I'm clearly wrong.
Yeah. So like he has his free speech because he's never going to change the way he thinks. Alex Martinez is him till he's 80. This guy's dead already. He ain't changing. That's what kind of frustrates me about some people is it's like, they'll tell me when I change my mind on something, like, you flip-flopper? It's like, yeah, God forbid at 35 I have some different opinions than I did at 32. Once in a while, I like to clarify that I'm still living.
I'll give our listeners props on this. I haven't heard them call you a flip-flopper in ages.
No, it's because I think they've tried on the whole changing my mind thing, and they're like, oh, this is nice. I don't have to marry myself to an ideology. I don't have to be beholden to someone else's horseshit. I can think what I want, and then when I don't think that anymore, I can go, fuck it, I think something else.
It is a great feeling just to be able to take in new information and live for yourself and make a decision.
Well, you know what?
And let it change if it becomes that way.
Believe it or not, it actually makes social media easier because you go on Twitter and you'll take an opinion on something and people are conditioned to believe that that opinion means you think this, and this across the board. Because you'll make it a point, you'll call someone out on something like, well, your boy Trump is this and that. And I'm like, yeah, fuck Trump. I don't give a shit about him. Anyway, the thing I said to you about your point, why don't you address that?
Right. It's
you just go to him. Yeah, I agree with you. Fuck Trump. Asshole. Go ahead.
It'd be nice to be able to make individual statements instead of somebody turning it into a blanket statement.
Right. Well, that's the only way you can't lose your argument.
Right.
Is if you twist and spin and move it to something else.
You make it too vague.
Yeah. I'm not beholden to anybody. If me loving some politician gets in the way of my point, I'll say fuck that guy, and then I'll go, all right, now back to the point. We agree on that. They're like, Trump's a Nazi. All right, let's say he's a Nazi. Fuck it, I agree with you. All right, now back to my point. Address
Let's try to have an intelligent conversation.
Yeah, but see, that's where these conversations fall apart because that person feels like they have to defend their Donald, or they have to defend Nancy Pelosi. It's like none of these people would defend you. None of these people give a shit about you. If it came between their millions of dollars in contributions and protecting your rights, they would sell you down the river and have done that in a heartbeat. Remember when Trump banned bump stocks because he thought it would make him oh so cool and win some votes among the gun control people? He didn't give a shit about your Second Amendment then.
It is true that people should stop pretending that politicians care about them.
They defend them like they're family members. It's weird.
The guy couldn't give a second thought about you or I.
And it also liberates you to be able to make your own arguments.
Yep.
When you stop defending those people. Like I kind of like DeSantis, but if someone said DeSantis, like if I made an opinion on I don't know, like this Twitter thing. Like, Elon Musk's a piece of shit. All right, fine, he's a piece of shit. I don't care about Elon Musk. How about just letting people say whatever they want on Twitter? Who cares?
Oh, but that's not okay. They need to decide, Aaron,
Right.
first. There's rules.
Who really knows what that even means?
Like,
So, I want to get to the point where he shows him the email.
definition of free speech the same as Elon's?
According to him, no. As an advertiser, as my business is what I do every day and why I go out is like, we want it to be as fair and transparent and accurate as possible.
Yeah.
This
That
next
can
quote, this
feel
next
farther
quote
off.
is great.
And if that means there's a level of censorship to make it correct, quote unquote.
He's like baby New World Order. He can't walk on his own yet.
He's almost there though.
Yeah, he's like baby. He's baby Illuminati. He's like, he's baby's first Illuminati kid.
Dude, we want it fair, transparent, and correct. But if we have to if that means we have to censor things to make it correct, that's what's going to happen.
What I love about guys like this is he thinks he's coming up with this on his own.
Right? This has been fed to him.
Yeah,
Spoon-fed.
right. He thinks he's coming up with this in his own head.
He's
That's-
just spewing it.
That's why a lot of times, like, you'll hear me back up in the middle of one of my points. That makes me feel good when I do that, because it makes me go, oh, good, I'm making this shit up as I go. Like, at least I'm thinking about it,
Yep.
I'm thinking about it, I'm throwing something out there, and then immediately I go, that's the first time I've ever said that. That sounded fucked up. Let me try that again.
Let's rework this thing.
This guy never does that.
No.
This guy has his shit, and
I feel you become semi-robotic if you're him.
you become a guy who at 31 is dead. You might as well die now, because you're not changing your mind for the next 50 years.
Right.
Unquote again, and what does correct mean? I guess it just kind of goes into the idea of well, what is correct?
Letting people have their opinions. An opinion doesn't have to be right or wrong. It's an opinion. The correct thing is letting people talk shit out.
People are very, very afraid of other people's opinions now, though, if they
Right.
contradict the thing you said.
But here's the funny thing about being worried about everyone else's opinion. We're all stupid. So how about we just all understand none of us know what the fuck we're talking about, and let's just all talk.
Well, it's so...
Everybody say what you want to say, and then we'll all operate under the assumption that we're all the dumbest motherfucker who's ever opened his mouth, because often we are. Every split second, the title of dumbest man alive is like the WWE 24/7 championship. It changes hands every time somebody opens their mouth.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's kind of become taboo now on places like Twitter to have opposing opinions, and like people don't understand. Like, people aren't always going to think the same thing. I think we can't have a discussion about it. Let's just start attacking each other. It's like taboo to have.
And if you're
opposing things.
and if you're like that, just mute everybody on Twitter then, except the people who say what you say.
We're
Why
just-
bother yourself with this shit?
I feel like you're going to be in an early grave when you behave this way.
Well, like I
Aren't
said,
you?
I think people like this are already dead.
I mean, you're stressing yourself out so bad, man.
Idea of it's kind of like the principle of being like good and bad. Like good and bad exists, and it's either is bad or it's either good. It isn't.
Which side do you think this guy finds himself on?
Oh, he's the good side for sure.
I think he is. It would be refreshing to hear a guy go, "Oh yeah, I'm the shit-heel bad guy in this story." It's like, oh,
It would be nice to hear someone say, dude, I've realized I'm the bad guy, but I just can't change.
Are we the baddies? We have
Ew.
skulls on our caps. Yes, well, a skull could mean perfect Aryan bone structure. What about a rat's anus? And he's like, yes, and if I was fighting against an army of people with wearing a symbol of a rat's anus on them, I would be concerned.
It's not like a mix of good and bad. It's like one or the other, and it's like kind of the same idea of like, is it truthful or is it lies, or is it a mix of truth and lies?
I feel bad for these Project Veritas guys, because I'm sure they're just like, can we just fucking drink and play darts or something?
This has to be exhausting.
He's like the Project Veritas employee who's doing this is earning his expense budget for drinks on this one.
Oh, yeah.
He's earning it. Because this guy is just pontificating, and he sounds like a rambling idiot.
What keeps like stressing me out listening to this guy is imagining being like him, like in his head and stuff. Like you've got to have your life in these certain parameters, and if anything travels outside that, your life's falling apart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, where do you draw the line?
That's my concern, though. That's why I hate this deal so much. Elon's gonna everything up.
Oh, see, we never got to see his side of
So,
it. That's smooth. Nice
He's
job.
needling
buddy.
him.
Yeah.
Yep. Very well played.
He might try to, but there are people that are going to try to push back as much as they can because we are doing, the rest of us who have been here believe in something that's good for the planet and not just to give people free speech. But I think when he has to talk to the employees and face the music and be like, this is, because again, like, these people really do believe in what we're doing.
He has to talk to our employees and face the music. Motherfucker, he bought it.
Yeah, he bought you, sir. Sorry.
It's his now. He doesn't have to talk to anybody and face anything. That's like if I buy your car from you, and then a week later you're like, hey, man, you got to come to my house and face the music about how you've been driving. It's like, how about suck my dick? It's my car.
Yeah.
You got no say in it.
This guy's ridiculous.
And so, like, if people are going to, they're not just going to be like, these are the policies we put in place for misinformation or mislabeling media or whatever.
Yeah.
Why do you think this should be taken down?
Yeah.
Like, those are the questions they're going to ask him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's going to be hard for him to be like, oh, because people should make their own decision. It's like,
Why is that going to be hard for him?
Why is that going to be difficult? I feel like he's had an easy time saying it so far.
I feel like he's succeeded in every other realm of his life.
And Alex,
thus far.
he's wondering, he's one of these dipshits who thinks he has a right to his job. It's like, no, Elon's going to get rid of you. You won't be asking. He thinks he's going to be asking Elon these questions.
Dude, Elon sees this video and fires him first.
Yeah. I mean, he has this idea that they're all going to stick around and be advising Elon Musk. No, if you ask him that question, you're fired, and he's going to bring in somebody else who won't ask that question.
Yeah, you're not like his cabinet or something. You're
Right.
gone, sir.
It's like, dude, you don't come with the fucking drapes.
no, but people don't know how to make a rational decision if you don't put out correct things that are supposed to be out in the public.
All right, where's the one where he talks about
I'm so
the
glad you're playing this
emails?
again. This stuff's great.
Here's where he makes fun of him for having Asperger's. Oh, here's the email. All right. Here we go. Oh, shit. I didn't see this part, you guys.
I'm just so happy things like this are out in the open.
All right, here we go. Following Twitter catching on to our investigation into them, they sent out this email, which Martinez also showed our undercover journalist.
Nice.
People are starting to leak now? Like, what?
Unfortunately, it would be like you recording me right now and giving it to like the New York Times and like, here, I just had dinner with a Twitter representative.
Yeah, that'd be fucking wild, right?
What if that thing happened?
That'd be so weird if you did that. Could you imagine what a piece of shit you would make me look like? If you just took, that would be funny if he just kept going like, do you know what a rancid rat fuck piece of shit I would look like if you were like recording this and and he points right to where the camera is like, that lapel had a camera in it. And I was like, ooh, free speech is dead, you stupid sacks of shit. Believe what I tell you. Oh, that'd be so weird. People would think I was like the biggest asshole out there.
God, I might lose my job. Like, can
Yeah.
you imagine if that happened?
Elon might can me. Wouldn't that be fucked up if you had a camera like right there and I was telling you all these things and you released it to somebody?
Yeah.
Boy, I would look like an asshole.
What if Elon found out that all of us here at Twitter are trying to undermine him and we're not on his side?
Wouldn't that be fucked up if you turned that in? You'd never do that to me, though. And he does that awkward, drunken hair stroke.
He awkwardly touches you and now
Yeah.
there's like an assault going on.
You'd never do that to me, would you? I'm pawing at you. I'm like a big bear. Grr.
Oh.
A little too good at that.
Yeah, that was too real.
Here's what he had to say. I just had a whole thing look at. You see where it's from?
Corporate security.
Targeting of tweets.
Wait.
You can read it.
Let me see.
You literally handed the opposition your phone to read the email about them.
Oh, Mr. Martinez.
All right, here you go. You promise you're not Adolf Hitler? All right, check out the Russian troop movements for the next 6 weeks.
Oh, check out my playbook.
Yes. You promise you are not Vladimir Skalinsky from Ukraine? All right, here's where our tanks will be tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. You seem like a good guy. You want to fuck?
You're showing the opposing football team your entire playbook for
Yes,
the game.
you're an episode of Saved by the Bell at this point. You convinced Screech to get you the playbook.
Dude, how mad is all of Twitter at this guy?
How mad is Valley High School right now?
Oh.
Bayside got a hold of the playbook.
Bayside.
Shit's fucked, bro.
And how to protect yourself. Groups like Project Veritas are active right now.
Nice. Way to go, undercover guy for Project Veritas. Always mispronounce the company name.
How great, like, to be the undercover dude, though, and have to, like, read this about yourself and not, like,
Dude, this, okay.
not show it.
I'm James O'Keefe, the head of Project Veritas, and I'm on an iPad and I'm watching this. I'm watching him right now. You're the employee.
Okay.
And you're watching me watch your iPad of your coverage.
You're
and
reading my email.
Here's the part where you say Project Veritas. I'm James O'Keefe. I go, good job. Well, hey.
Project Veritas.
Hey, we'll talk about that promotion.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Fine fucking work.
I think I earned my keep.
Do you mind if I rewind it and watch it about 6 more times?
Oh, by all means.
Project Veritas. Guys, you see, that's the kind of dedication that I've been talking about around here. All right? I've seen a lot of you fumble and fuck up these investigations. Project Veritas.
All y'all are calling it Project Veritas now.
It's simple. It's easy. And you can't call it Project Veritas anymore. He burned that one, the genius
really?
over here.
Shit.
You got to fuck it up. You got to call it like Project Veritas.
Project.
Is that?
It's like some group that's trying to just out the employees. Like they're trying to go on dates with them like this.
No self-awareness.
Kind of hot, isn't it?
Trying to go on dates with them like this.
You see that
They're
guy?
trying to read our emails like this. They're trying to get insider information like I've been giving to you. They go on dates with us and they try to get information and talk to us about what we do for a living. They order 2 rounds of drinks. Wait. God, did you get me? Oh, I'm going to tummy tickle you until you tell me your answers.
He's been honeypotted.
Yeah, you've been honeypotted, motherfucker.
And record them and then go sell it to the New York Times and say this is what the Twitter employee just said. Like, this is what's really happening. This is what they're telling us to not do.
You're lucky that you met me organically, because I would be questioning everything about you.
Oh, creepy.
How mad props to this Project Veritas guy, because it's like how Veritas, of course.
Yes. It's Project Veritas.
I like Veritas better. How do you just sit there and deal with this and not show anything on your face? What a poker face.
I'm glad I met you organically because I'd be questioning you. Oh.
I can see up your nose, thanks.
Oh.
Oh.
You want to go do some coke in the bathroom? Like, it's just gets really fucking wild.
It really shows how much of a piece of shit this guy is.
So that's the guy. That's Alex Martinez. He should be everyone's favorite. He's the best.
I love him.
By the way, thank you, Fauci's Pangolin, for the $5 super chat. We appreciate that one.
Thank you.
Let me just do a little catch up here before we do a follow up on Alex Martinez. There's more from him. Oh, that's never good. Nothing to update you on. Thank you guys very much. $300 away from our goal today for an extra half hour of overtime. $400 away from hitting our extra hour goal. If you haven't chipped into Steel Toe this month, please chip in and keep us going. We are a show that runs on listener donations. So, James O'Keefe. So here's what happens. So you talk to it's ironically, it's kind of like To Catch a Predator. Mm-hmm. You talk to the decoy for a while, and then once you're done talking to the decoy, James O'Keefe is the Chris Hansen. He's like,
comes in.
Instead of a child predator, you're just a really aggressive, like, Illuminati shill. And James O'Keefe is the Chris Hansen who goes, why don't you have a seat? Only instead of having a seat, they just walk as fast as they can away from you while you go, what? Why are you
running?
Why are you running? I'm just trying to have a conversation with you, and you're...
Can we just talk?
I mean, this just seems really irregular that you would behave this way. I don't understand it.
Why are you acting so guilty?
Yeah, this is him catching up with Alex Martinez, the guy we just saw on that video.
You're running away from us. I'm James O'Keefe. I'm on the street in New York City trying to talk to this Twitter executive. Whew. Out for a jog on the streets of New York.
Which means he's about to get R-worded. I will say this: you probably never, as young, when you were younger, never gave a fuck about Project Veritas, nor should you.
No.
I remember when he first broke doing the Acorn prostitution investigation. Fucking James is. I mean, it's weird, like the way time passes and how quickly it passes. Fucking James is looking like
He's on.
a chubby conservative journalist. Like he's looking like a chubby, like he should be wearing like a Gatsby and have a pipe. He's just kind of a portly. He looks like he belongs in one of the Sherlock Holmes movies.
He just kind of looks like a sturdy man to
Just
me.
kind of a chunky fuck. This is because like this is the James O'Keefe I remember. James O'Keefe, Acorn. Let's go to images. Yeah. Here's like that's when he started.
That's James O'Keefe.
No, that's Bo Burnham, actually. That's James O'Keefe when he first started out.
How many years ago was
With
this?
his, like 2007. Like this kid has been at it for like 15 years. He started as like an 18, 19-year-old kid who got this secret interview with this community funding group called Acorn. And he brought in a woman he claimed was basically his hoe.
Okay.
And that he was a pimp, and talked about them getting her grants and loans and housing shit. And it's like, yeah, they'll just give money to anybody. And I don't know. I always thought that the Acorn thing was kind of stupid and that was kind of a douchey thing he did, but it kind of grew into this. And he's actually caught some people doing really devious shit. So there's James O'Keefe.
Dude, he's
then.
a good-looking dude now compared to then.
And then here's James O'Keefe nowadays. There's Big Dick O'Keefe. Fucking, you know what? He's got a little Alex Jones going on.
Yeah.
With the stout shoulders.
The chest and the shoulders, yeah.
I'm sorry for calling him chubby. He's a muscular fuck.
That's what I was saying. He's a sturdy-looking dude.
Old James stopped being a little noodle and started kettlebelling or something.
He kind of was a little wiener guy before.
Yeah. He's not a wiener guy anymore. He's a puss man.
So I call all the scrawny dudes. They're wiener guys.
Yeah, he's a wiener guy. But here's him going after Alex Martinez as they gay run from each other on the streets of New York.
How?
Excuse me? Excuse me? Why are you cursing him? Where did he go? Hiding? We're jogging here with a Twitter executive on the streets of New York City. Hi, Alex.
Hi.
I'm James O'Keefe with
Is that whole pizza just for you, bro?
Don't judge the man like you've never eaten a pizza.
Well, he's stress eating. He got caught by Project Veritas.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Maybe you should have some tortillas or fajitas.
I mean, I'm not saying that's I'm not here to judge a man's health, but that looks like a sushi or something appetizer and then an entire pizza.
It looks like pot stickers and like a fancy artesian pizza.
Yeah, I don't know, Alex. We got to take it easy, bud. We got to watch our figure for your next job interview.
Project Veritas.
Oh my God.
And you are on hidden camera.
Okay.
Talking about Elon Musk.
Okay.
And you say that he is special needs and he's, quote, going to say some crazy shit because he's special needs. You also are, yep, you're also on
You know
tape.
what? I have to apologize to James for calling him a chunk ass. That's an imposing motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying. He is a sturdy man. He is a nice looking dude.
If I was a little wiener like Alex Martinez, I would not want to be sitting across from James O'Keefe right now.
That's a softie.
Like I said,
that's
you
a
see
little
what I
tubby
mean,
guy.
though, about like the first time you see someone, they're kind of that person forever.
Yeah,
And now I'm getting to look at James in front of the camera like, James could fuck somebody up if he tried.
he could. And is this... They were just running from each other, right? And now Alex Martinez shows up. Like, I'm like...
Oh, they're cutting up. He's
Yeah, I was gonna say,
cutting
oh
up
my
different
God,
audio.
what?
Yeah. One thing James will still do is he will surreptitiously edit shit and place it in different.
Okay.
Yeah,
He takes a little
look,
out of context, maybe.
Look, did I call him Alex?
You did.
James, I'm sorry. He's Alex Jones now to me. James O'Keefe is like the Alex Jones they allow on shit.
Okay.
But James, just because James is like getting people that are naturally bad guys doesn't mean he doesn't do some dirty shit. James pulls dirty moves. He'll cut shit, he'll edit shit, he'll move it around,
You've got to get a little dirty to go to the gutters to find the gutter people.
He's an entertainer, this James O'Keefe.
Is this little guy, is Alex just sitting by himself? That looks like a booth. But ironically, it's just like his tiny little table.
He's got his own little pizza.
That's cute.
He's having himself a little martini.
He's having a little date with himself.
He probably doesn't trust to date anymore.
He's actually having a date with Veritas now.
Yeah. Every time he dates, somebody ends up ratting him out.
He never dates again. You're right.
Is that bottle service? He got himself a bottle of vodka.
That is a bottle.
Attaboy, Alex. That'd be funny if James just pulls like he pulls like an alpha move and he just grabs, he goes, can I have some of your, $100 a bottle shit here? You mind if I?
Oh, okay, thanks.
All right, now let's talk about, what did you mean Asperger's?
Like, how special is it?
Why is it funny?
Well, no, I'm just like, you're literally just trying to like capture me in the middle of my own dinner.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be fun?
But
Wait a minute, go back. I fucked that up. I was going to make a joke and say, wouldn't it be funny if Alex is just like, yes, I'm interrupting your dinner. Anyway, you said this about, but he actually does it.
Well, I mean, it's like
you're trying to like capture me in the middle of my own dinner.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing.
I've-
I too have Asperger's. Anyway,
Easiest place to catch you.
yes. Yeah. It's like,
Figured you'd be eaten.
you have quite a few dinners, Alex. We've been following.
AlexBeaten.com.
Alex. Oh, instead of Alex P. Keaton, it's Alex P. Eaton. Love it.
This is what you said to one of our journalists. You said, quote, you're special needs. You're literally special needs. I don't even take what you're saying seriously because you're
that's not
special
true.
needs.
That's not true.
Would you like?
No,
I mean, it's tiny bit true.
We just watched it.
I've got it on my lapel camera footage.
Definitely said that. It'd be funny if James started up by saying, you called Elon a dirty South African Jew. And he's like, no, I didn't. He's like, nah, I'm just fucking with you. You called him Aspergery. Just like keep him off balance.
Well, now, what happens to the guy that he was on an undercover date with? You know, the undercover guy in that date? Because now he knows that was the rat.
What,
So
you think
can
they
he-
were going on a second date?
No, I'm saying how
They're not
can
gonna
he
make
do
a
that
love
again?
connection now?
No, I'm saying can he do that again? Like, can he pull that off again if you're the undercover guy?
Not with Alex Martinez.
Right.
But with somebody else, you
You
can.
think so?
They didn't see his face. Yeah, fuck it.
Unless he posts it.
He wasn't filming it.
Like to see you saying that?
Because Ken, don't you also see his piece of? Why can't we just all love each other? Have you just seen his other tweets where he's like, "I'm like you're special needs. You're literally special needs. Literally, though, you really are." So I can't even take what you're saying seriously because you're special. No, I'm good though. But like, this is
Which part is
inappropriate while I'm trying to finish having my dinner.
Well, I think is it appropriate to mock special needs
No,
people?
absolutely not.
James is such a little shit.
I wish you'd ask him what is an appropriate time.
Yeah.
That's
Are you-
not even it.
Are you saying that you
Harassed by people so that are coming on camera.
we're journalists? This is what the First Amendment. I know that you don't believe in the First Amendment.
I'm gonna just finish my dinner. So.
Where did he go? Hiding? We're reporters. We're just trying to speak with him. Yeah.
You want to speak to him?
Yes. Yes.
But he doesn't want to speak to you.
Okay. Well, he already did speak with us. We have him on hidden camera saying some things. Why is he speaking to a restaurant owner about this?
I don't know.
Anyway?
This woman's like, look, I'm just trying to run a restaurant here.
Do you guys now see why Jackie calling him Alice? Do you guys now see why James O'Keefe is taking the Asperger's thing particularly hard?
I do. Yeah.
Jesus, James.
Tiny Spurgy.
So you want to speak to him,
Yes.
but it doesn't look like he wants to speak to you.
Okay. Are you what
I just work here.
okay. Where is
James is so awkward. He makes people feel so awkward because he's like, well, he doesn't want to talk to you. He goes, okay. He just kind of stares at you.
This is such an awkward thing, though, because Alex Martinez just ran across the street from one restaurant to the next.
Right.
And he's so desperate to get rid of this guy. He's telling anyone in his path, this guy's harassing me.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to him.
You know what it is? He ran over there because of the sign. Caution, addictive cuisine.
Oh.
They put heroin in their pizza.
It's entrapment.
The Elon Musk bought the
What do you think about that?
I like it. But
You like Elon Musk taking over Twitter?
I like it.
Oh, he doesn't.
Listen,
Oh, and then Al Roker's coming into the picture.
Al Roker is like, hey, man, you better get inside. It's going to rain in 13 minutes.
I miss that guy, kind of.
Kind of a racist Al Roker impression. I apologize.
That was racist.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh, Lordy, is it going to rain, boss, in about a half hour here now yonder? That's a terrible Al Roker.
Disavow this man over
Yeah.
here.
Hey, you're witnessing something happen in real time.
Oh, really? What's going on?
We're confronting the Twitter executive who said that Elon Musk has Asperger's and shouldn't be taken.
So James O'Keefe knows this guy. He's from Bloomberg.
Okay, so that makes a little more sense.
He's an editorial writer. So James is like, hey, you want to fucking throw a little Project Veritas in there?
Project Veritas is far superior to Veritas.
I'm calling it Project Veritas from now on.
Thank you, Alex Martinez.
Seriously, and he's hiding from us inside that restaurant because he was caught up in a sting. Fellow journalist here. We're just confronting Alex now, who's hiding.
Oh, you know this guy loves this shit.
What is this guy wearing a cowboy hat with a glass of wine?
Every time I see a white guy and a black guy talking to each other, it fills my heart with joy, and I got to come over and see what's going on.
He has the restaurant shirt on, too.
At a fucking boy.
He's a company man.
At a boy.
Me in that restaurant.
In Betola.
What's that?
In my restaurant, Betola.
In fact, he's hiding.
This is his restaurant.
He's the owner.
Okay, that makes more sense. He gets to look that way.
Yeah, here you go, guys. I'll do this because there's a lot of visual shit going on this one.
This is fun.
This is your restaurant?
I love Elon Musk.
Love Elon Musk? Oh, yeah. Well, I don't think Elon Musk will like what he's saying. We'll see. If you look through the glass, he's sitting over there.
James is such a fucking spurg.
That is so creepy.
Oh, I love James O'Keefe. He's like, if you can see, he's just sitting right there. I don't know why he won't talk to us.
If you just get around the glare in this window, that's him.
Avoiding us in the restaurant.
Oh, no.
Oh, God, James. James is
so this is you on video.
James is so uncomfortable.
I know. I feel
Guys,
tense.
you know what? I'm making another decision. I'm sorry about being so weird about this, but I'm going to put this small screen just for whatever copyright reason there might be. Follow Project Veritas. Watch all their shit. James is great, but
how great is this?
I just don't want to. If I make them the bigger screen, what's the thing? Whatever.
Yeah, thank you.
You on video.
James, come on. Get the fuck out of here.
Excuse me?
Get the fuck out of here.
Why?
James is not afraid of getting physical with somebody. That guy's yelling, "Get the fuck out of here." He's like, excuse me?
He's like a little brick wall, like a bull running in here. And who's this guy white knighting for Alex Martinez?
I'll say this. James 1000% is being a dick.
Yes.
But he's never said he's not a dick.
I don't think he minds being a dick.
So you got to kind of put up with guys like this because you are purposely like.
Well, look, this guy's
is
on
what
a
you're going
date. He's
for.
trying to get some puss tonight.
Yeah.
And then there's
That's
this
probably-
James guy in here.
It's probably his daughter.
Oh, whoops.
Cursing at me.
Dan, people are trying to have a private dinner.
Yeah.
Take it out.
All right.
James, come on.
Something to eat.
Or sit down and buy
Wait.
something to eat. And Alex Martinez is like, don't let him do that.
So do those guys know who that guy is then? They all know him?
If you're political in any way, I think
You
kinda
think you know who James O'Keefe is? Okay.
All right, here we go. Here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes.
God, what a fucking lunatic.
They're hugging him. Oh, there he is. There he goes. Oh, there he is.
They're jogging.
I want to take a jog. Listen, why are you?
Oh.
Yeah,
sorry.
that is a big one.
Yeah, we don't want to. Yeah, Beyonce's or Alicia Keys is definitely going to get you. Fucking
Empire
pop.
State of Mind.
They are running together.
On the street.
Oh, the music's still going. They are running through the streets of New York together.
What the heck? Just
It's actually better. I don't want to be talked to right
baby,
now.
that's your running form right there.
This is so funny to watch with no sound.
Well, it's confidential information.
Still going.
All right.
Yeah, it's pretty funny though.
This is
On
so
silent,
fun.
too.
They're just jogging together. Hey, I've got it looks like he's going, hey, here, use the yellow one. Nobody likes that one anyway. You have a nice day. Oh, man, you just ran through a big pile of dog shit.
This is just James's cardio every day.
It happens. What, shit? Sometimes.
I can
There's no email. You showed them the email, though.
I mean, there was
Excuse me, sir. What is Elon Musk going to do when he
He
sees it?
tried to get into a building and he couldn't.
he is desperate. He's like,
Well, James is being a complete fucking asshole.
it's true.
I don't know.
I'm James O'Keefe. I'm on the street in New York City
Good cardio,
trying to
Jimmy.
talk to this Twitter executive. Whew. Out for a jog on the streets of New York. You see them? There he is. He's talking to the restaurant owner.
How much money is he
What's that?
spending?
No, we already found the guy.
Oh, so this is the guy who owns the Stand in New York. It's a comedy club.
Okay.
And this guy, I've seen like this. They released like a special sneak peek clip about this.
Yeah.
This guy's actually sympathetic to James.
I bet a lot of people are.
Well, in the comedy community,
Oh,
this is
yeah.
objectively
This
funny.
is hilarious.
Oh, who is it?
Who is he? He works for Twitter. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes. Who are you?
I'm the owner.
Oh, hello.
Seeking refuge in there. How do you want him here?
I have good.
Maybe he's gonna go on stage.
You tell me.
Some stand up. You could do that, Joe. Yeah. That would be good if you go on stage.
Would you like me to go on stage? It'd be like kind of.
I love this. James has no shame. The guy's like, it'd be funny if you went on stage. And James is like, dude, I'll fucking do
Dude,
it.
James just goes on stage and starts asking Alex Martinez shit through the mic up there instead.
Have you seen this?
I haven't, but I'm excited.
James is going up on stage.
I like James now. This is my guy.
James is going up on fucking stage.
Okay.
Believe you me right now. James O'Keefe is going on stage at the
Well,
Stand.
what are they going to do? Lock Alex in there?
Yeah.
Cinema Verite.
And expose him?
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
That's kind of cool.
Dude, this is a bad night for Mr. Martinez.
Oh, man. I'm sorry, but more and more just regular people are starting to hate these fucks because they won't leave people alone. This is the natural conclusion of this saga.
It is.
Is that people are going to be like, oh, that overbearing cunt from Twitter is in there and you want to expose him? Yeah. But fuck this guy to the
that's
wall.
fine with me. It's good content.
And again, it's not like the guy's innocent. You don't take people's freedom of speech seriously. You want to tell people what to think. You said it yourself. You want to create the atmosphere so they form the right opinions. Well, then you're an enemy of freedom. Like, you're not a guy who's respecting people. You're trying to manipulate people and make them think a certain way. That, I think you should be exposed.
I agree.
I don't think you should be hurt,
No, don't harm anybody.
but I think you should be exposed. I think this is totally fine.
That should be out in the open.
And James is a lunatic.
Dude, he's
To go on
persistent.
stage with a videotape of this Twitter executive and confront him. Here we go.
So this is him live on, is this Instagram
This is
live?
live. This is not planned. I'm following this Twitter person who's sitting in the audience.
Look at that. The owner is on his camera filming
All right, here we
James.
go.
The owner's
Oh
like,
my
yeah, this is
God.
going to be fucking great.
Best night ever.
The worst place Alex could have run into is a stand-up comedy club because they want this kind of shit.
Dude. He's like the prey just running from the big wolf.
Yeah.
Where am I going? Oh, there he is. He's turned around.
Oh, I thought
He's
James
turned
went on
around.
stage.
There you are, mocking the special needs.
Oh, I had heard from somebody that he went on stage.
Well, what I was trying to say is as soon as you get on stage or he knows you're in there, he's leaving.
Yeah.
So what's the point?
Well, you have already talked to us. You've already talked to us. You
Sorry.
Yeah, you got it.
There we go. Why are we playing the Alicia Keys song, James?
I don't know.
So I can't
It
play all his
doesn't
video?
it doesn't add anything to the video
Yeah.
really.
traffic. Be careful.
You're in traffic. Be careful. And he's running out.
Your executive is one.
Shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's like a minute left in that one.
That's pretty great.
Oh God, James, bravo. I'm writing that one down.
I'd